KhelPlay.com.
Mr. Jim.
Hello, hi, good evening. My name is Jim. I'm from Colombo, Sri Lanka, originally from India. Mr. Jay, my question is...
Can't hear you clearly.
Cannot hear now? Okay. Regarding these online operators for poker, we have local developers of these games. Recently, I've noticed that a lot of operators are going to international companies, companies overseas, and getting those games or getting those platforms into India. Now, my question, does that violate any FEMA? Because they must be paying a lot of taxes and stuff, or some operating charges to them. Number two, recently, very recently also I heard that there are some, again, these platform providers, they have networks. Now, in this, the players at the back end, they play with even international players. So when players play here, they don't know whether they have lost money to foreign players. Isn't it violation of FERA or FEMA? Thank you.
Gauri, you want to address
I think I'll answer the second question first, and it's a very valid question. And typically, what we, at least personally, my view is cross-border liquidity is not something in India it is possible, right? So whether a player is when it goes on any website, it will not actually know whether unless that website clearly declares that it is we are accepting players only within India. So that is one declaration one tries should, as a player, should try to look for, because as you rightly said, that whether it has lost to a foreign party or not is not something that player will know. Right? So from a violation perspective, again, the intention, etc., will be looked into. And if he has lost to a foreign party, then it is not something he has remitted the funds, right? It is not the player who's remitting the fund to the foreign party. It is getting pooled and somebody else is remitting to the foreign party, right? So according to me, from a player perspective, so long as it is, it is playing on the Indian website, that should be sufficient. But yes, that is one point that player needs to confirm. If it is playing on a foreign website, it is remitting the funds outside of India, right, the player. Coming to your first question, again, it's an interesting question, and that is something which again has to be taken up with the government. Is under the foreign direct investment policy, there is a prohibition against foreign technology collaboration. Now, what is foreign technology collaboration is not clearly articulated, but there they also talk about trademark license, franchise, management arrangement, etc. So when you are talking about obtaining a software, one view could be taken that if it is being obtained for the skill-based business, then it is not gambling or betting, because there is no definition of gambling or betting provided under the FEMA or the FDI policy, right? So you have to go back to the legislations which operate, which legislations say that skill-based games are excluded from the legislation of they are not construed to be falling within the purview of gambling legislations, right? So one can take a view that if it's a skill-based business or the games, then that kind of a collaboration or obtaining of software license, etc., should be possible, because that should not be construed to be falling within the prohibition. But if it is in a gambling business, then one has to be careful.
Visit KhelPlay.com now.